Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. And what is gearing up to be a legendary bout? Members of the boxing community expressed their rather surprising reactions to what they think about this fight. Let's get into it. Two-time WBC super middleweight champion David Benavidez has been extremely vocal about his opinion on Canelo Alvarez, claiming that he's been Canelo's mandatory for 3 years now, but seemingly nobody wants to talk about that.
I guess Canelo does whatever he wants. Nobody says nothing about it. I mean, I've been mandatory for the past 3 years, and they don't bring that up. You know what I mean? So I don't know what this one is. Like I said, my plan is just to keep winning, and eventually you're gonna have to face it.
His clear frustration, however, did not stop him from picking Canelo to win this fight against Jermell, claiming that although the skill set is relatively even, the weight would be too much for Jermell to handle.
Do you think Jermell is going to take care of business, or do you think Canelo is going to be a little too much, man? Too much weight?
I think, to be honest with you, I think the skill set is both paired up. I just think Canelo weighs a little bit too much, or he's more used to that weight class. He's used to the punches. I don't doubt Charlo, landing some big punches on Canelo, because he's a great fighter. He can take nothing away from him. But I feel like the advantage just goes to Canelo. He's heavier, he's more comfortable. Yeah, but it's going to be a great fight anyway.
Benavidez continued on by strongly criticizing Canelo's decision to fight Jermell Charlo over himself, claiming that Canelo wants nothing to do with that fight. You got a deal on the table for $45 million and nobody replies? I don't know what else to say. He doesn't want to fight me. He'd rather negotiate with someone who hasn't fought in 2 years. No disrespect to Charlo, but he's going to have ring rust. I don't know what's going on. Right now, I'm just trying to do my job, train as hard as I can and make the biggest fights possible. Everybody wants to see the fight. Hall of Famer and former promoter for Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya, has not been shy about criticizing Canelo in recent months. First, by scorching Canelo for his recent fight selections, saying he isn't even challenging himself, to even criticizing the amount of golf Canelo plays, questioning his long-term commitment to boxing. But with all that criticism against Canelo, that did not hinder De La Hoya from predicting a dominant win over Jermell, stating that the fight won't go past 7 rounds.
Big fight next month, September 30th, Canelo Charlo. What are your predictions?
I strongly feel Canelo is going to beat Charlo. He's the, not just because he's the bigger fighter, but they're both talented, but he's the bigger fighter. And in boxing, in the history of the sport, the talented fighter who's the bigger fighter always beats the talented small fighter. That's historically, that's what's taken place in boxing. And people will say, oh, well, didn't Pacquiao beat you? Well, I was already a dead man walking when I stepped up in the ring, so that really doesn't count. But I think, I think Charlo's going to have a great fight. I think Charlo's going to have a great performance, but I just think the weight, jumping up 2 weight classes it's a lot. It's a lot. And when you're facing Canelo, when he keeps on pressuring you, I think he might even stop him in the later rounds.
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, DMITRY BIVOL made it clear that he would have no problem moving down weight and fighting against Charlo if Jermell were to win this fight. Yeah, if Charlo wins against Canelo Alvarez, I would like to fight him. It's not like, oh, I want to fight against someone at 168. No, I prefer to fight in my weight class. If someone wants, and we have a good offer to move down for the belt, I will do it, but I prefer to fight in my weight class. BIVOL went on to explain how he believes Jermell Charlo can pull off the victory against Canelo.
How do you see that fight with Charlo and Canelo?
I see that he will move forward and try to finish him with 1-2 punches, Charlo will try to keep him on the distance, and he will try to...
It's worth noting that BIVOL also said that he would move down weight just to fight Canelo. But Canelo has already rejected that offer, claiming he would get too much criticism for making BIVOL come down and wait to fight him. There doesn't seem to be anyone more confident of a Jermell Charlo win than ADRIEN BRONER. So confident, he's willing to bet serious money that Charlo comes out victorious.
Listen, man, I love Canelo, but I just can't go against Charlo. Like I said, we ain't got the best relationship in the world, but I'm not going against my I can't. I'm not doing it. It ain't gonna ever happen. And I hope he win. And I'm betting.
You betting Charlo?
Yeah, I don't, man, him. He going with Canelo, because he a
boxing promoter Floyd Mayweather thinks that Canelo Alvarez is finished. In a recent interview, Floyd stated that some fighters just get old overnight. And unfortunately for Canelo, he's just not the same fighter that he used to be.
What I have to say to Canelo is this. You proved yourself already. You proved yourself. You fought a lot of great fighters. You tested yourself. You went up in weight to numerous weight classes. Like myself and like other fighters throughout the years. Same thing with Pacquiao. You know, Canelo is a great fighter. Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same.
His next fight coming up is going to be with
It's a lot of wear and tear. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah. Yeah. And those guys are younger.
Yeah.
And hungrier.
Boxing is a lot of wear and tear. You can get old overnight. You can. That's how boxing is.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fight news and updates.